we have shot the Sheriff, which means that we can rely that even if the creature will have a ton of toughness, it's fine. Chocobo is annoying, but they probably cannot pump it super hard with like 1 mana. If they want to play Fabled Passage, that means they cannot go Bristy Bill. And if they go Bristy Bill, that means they don't get the pump here, on this turn at least. But next turn is completely different. So we need to be aware. I could attack, they will trade, and I could go for Alesha. That's not a bad play. And they kinda have to go for it. They will trade against Chocobo. And then we get it back, right? With mana value less than or equal to the power. Yep, I think, man, this is like a free value, and we also establish Alesha for the... What? Okay. I mean, we'll see the cards then. What are the cards? Burst Light, I'm absolutely amazing. Man, Ashok messed me forever. Do I exile the good cards or the bad one? Choose one of them. Until end of turn you may play that card. Ashok works exactly the opposite. And it will never leave your mind after you try to play with it. And now we can go for the Mentor again. I could also clear the board, but their best play is Hydra and Tifa. Tifa allows protection spell, but we have 2 spells to remove her. And Hydra just, straight up dies to Burst Lightning, which is perfect for us. So we are playing into tempo as much as possible, and now we will do a ton of cards. Man, like a ton of cards. So we absolutely go Burst... Wait, I can make the same play. They won't block, which means we get all the stuff for free. And that's a lot of damage. Yeah, as you can see, they feel kinda safe, and we'll make sure that it's not the case. Well, this is not the greatest choice. Something better. Hellkite. I mean, oh, I cannot? Whatever. So we will play the starting town and probably just Burst Lightning. We still want the land for the future. This is so good because we got them literally the whole turn behind right now. And I think we go for the Saboteur. The counters are something we will have to, be careful of course. But it only triggers when this creature attacks. It's not at the beginning of combat phase or anything. So it's a pretty premium version of this effect. Okay, so they can play lands, they can double landfall, and now we are entering the race. We need to kill them before they kill us. I hope we can do it. Do we have creatures? Nope. We have one way to remove a huge creature, but that's it. Let's pay attention to the priority. That's huge. They have no protection spells. Alright, this is good. So, how do we do it? I can deal 8 damage. And honestly, we can probably protect ourselves. So I could attack and let them decide on the counter. And then we go for the shoot the Sheriff. We see the cards and probably Mentor or Cecil. I think it's good enough. This doesn't have trample. Alright, let's go. I will go full... I don't think you need full control for this, but we are going... Oh, I can... Oh, I can. I can choose it. Of course I can. That's fine. We knew about it. So, we go like this, and now we kill it. Just to make sure that the damage goes through. Now we don't need full control for sure. So this effect is kinda like made in a very nice way to the owner of Saboteur. Like you have 2 good ways to do things. We probably want the land here. In case we won't draw a better one. Because we will draw a better one probably. So we want black on this turn. Let's go. This one is untapped of course, so a little bit better. And that means we can play 2 things. Which is really good because we probably won't die with it. We take 1 damage. And of course on the next turn we plan to, just smork our opponent. The good old smork. Oh boy, the Chocobo against the world. Like all the heroes, saboteurs, lizards, and this cute bird just trying to, be a bigger fledgling. Alright, so let's see the play. They still have red color, which is interesting. So they have some more options. Usually it's for Word Soul's Rage. So you cannot go into like 2-3 life because they just burn you. But I'm not super sure if that's the card. Alright, so they have another aren't they dead on board with this? We can trade Cecil against this. Against this one. And then they cannot veil it really. So let's see the play. Of course they will get a huge creature, but they don't have trample. Tifa. Alright, so they plan to block as many creatures as possible so they don't die. But this is not lethal. Can they play again? Alright, because they can play extra lands with this, of course. Because if they didn't have this one again on top of the rest, I would just not block the Chocobo. Alright, this one has trample, so this will be lethal probably. Oh boy, I think we need to swing all. I mean, that's the way, right? And they can get the counters. Tifa can, of course, trade against something, but we just take it. We need to deal the most damage possible. And our opponent is out. Alright, maybe I had lethal on board. I just wanted to make sure that I make the right play, because, you know, we will still swing anyway. Don't forget, this also hurts our opponent, and they also have a pain land, so they already lightning or bolt waved their own face so far. And it seems to be Dimir. Alright. So we can get rid of it, or just go for the Saboteur. I could try to play in between their turns, which might be better. They probably have something right now. This could be the Drowner. I will still go for this. So there is a chance they will just counter it, which is something we need to take into account, but I think we need to keep pressuring, because next turn we want to still play 3 and 4 drops. So, you know, we will give them some targets for removal and counter spells. This one is much better answered with counter spells than with removal, so the fact that it went into the board is already really good for us. That means there is a chance that we get, you know, some solid value. And every time our opponent attacks with Cecil, they burn themselves, so yep, Saboteur might hurt. If they get the counters, we can always kill it later. We just need to make sure that one of the removals, you know, goes through. Alright? We'll try to force our opponent into racing us. But we need to remove this before it flips, because they think that they get the other part. And that's where we need to, you know, strike. Alright, let's see. We'll get them to 11. And if they tap at the end step, then we strike. But let's see, maybe they have something. If they have Drowner, they should play it now, but they still need to pay the ward and discard a card, so it's a really bad trade. We actually don't have a swamp ourselves, so we also need to pain a little bit. Oh my god, this is painful. Alright, that's why we play the Saboteur. And as you can see, our opponent instantly wants to remove it. Alright, so this will happen for sure. And now the question, do we go with Slasher? Or... Slasher is so good, man. I will go for it, because now they cannot counter it. So I think we should get a really good value out of this card right now. If they remove, of course they are losing cards then. Counterspell is just a clean 1-for-1. So let's see. They will go to 12, so no flip yet. Sure. I'm down to racing. That's why we have the red color, to be more aggressive. And our opponent is balancing the line with Burning Life to get control. Okay. I will swing. They kinda have to react to this. This is so massive damage. Here it is, as we expected. But this is good. We can clear the board here. Alright, and before they tap, I think we go like this. This is such a good target for the Hellkite. Oh man, can we? Then we just need to answer Cecil. So I can play the Hellkite, kill this, and hit face, but we are going into combat phase, so I cannot attack, I can just play it. Yeah, I think we have more cards, so we will just play it like this. There is a chance we will get more. Is that a Spell Pierce? I think it's a Spell Pierce. They didn't have priority before. Alright, so this one is tapped for a moment, but not for long. So do we want to do it? Maybe we just go for Saboteur? Yeah, I think we want to pressure. This card is so powerful that they probably will have to react. No, this could just be a fake stop, to be honest. They play Trajectory and it's sorcery, so I don't really... It's either Spell Pierce, but it triggered with a creature, so maybe it's just a bluff. Nowhere to... Oh man, this is good. It of course goes around warding, which is one of the main strengths for Saboteur. But as you can see, they actually never care about this +1/+1 counter even. But now... Okay, they tapped. That's huge. That's huge. That means they cannot do anything. And this is where we go for removal, like we have to. I could try to hit their face and remove the Siren, but then they get this. So we can just do it on the next turn, I think. It would be way easier if we didn't have like the only swamp in the form of starting town, but you know, we'll take it. They can get it to 2/2, but I think we should be able to raise them, even if they hit the counter. But they didn't, which means that Siren dies to Hellkite. Okay, this is nice. Finally a land. It's been a while. And we can either go Acolyte or try to go with the Hellkite. They only have one card. So this, whatever it is, it's the last play they have. Oh, and I don't think it's good enough. So we remove the blockers, all the damage goes through, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we play the Hellkite. And they need to win the game on this turn. And I don't think like Dimir can deal so much damage without having an board. Yep, that's how we do it. And that's why we have red and not blue. Alright, we're going first, which is amazing. Our draw is not amazing like completely, because we don't have a 1-drop, which is great to trigger the Mentor as soon as possible. But we have quite a lot of 3-drops, so we should be fine here. Let's play this one. What are you? I'm not super sure. Maybe Dimir? Maybe Dimir, we will see. Could be Vivi deck. Okay, so Dimir probably. Alright, so we definitely go for starting town. They can counter spells, but this is so strong. I probably shouldn't play the land, to be absolutely honest. But I expect them to kill this. Oh, maybe they won't. Alright, that means 2 extra cards, or at least one, the better of 2 cards. And I will take the Nemesis. Like the fact that you get a free card, so even if they counter it, and they probably will, I mean, this was a freebie. This cost them full turn and 1 card. We didn't really spend anything here except the mana. And that was their best play, because if they didn't have a counter spell, of course, it's even better for us. So we probably will make the same play again. Slasher doesn't need to be like hasted, so we can just swing. If you want to go for the Hellkite, of course you want to play it before, right? Before attacking. Double lands, not amazing. Let's take the one that doesn't hurt. So a little bit of a whiff here. But we'll keep forcing them to react. This probably will be another counter spell. That's why the card advantage we are getting from the Mentor is absolutely massive. Because as you can see, we need to basically burn through those cards. We have Burst Lightning. Next turn will be pretty powerful. We have Verge and Aether, one of the big dragons. Alright, and they're going for Consult the Star Charts without a kicker. So the best case scenario is that they just trade this card into a new one. I believe that was a different one. Oh man, this can hurt them incredibly hard. Like now we are going for the dragon, bro. I could try to get free cards and just set up Slasher and just get free value. I like my free value, you know? I will go for it. Because Slasher can be played anyway. And if we get like a free powerful creature, it's just... Oh my god. Man, if this sticks, that's massive. Saboteur is even better because we're... Okay, let's go for Saboteur. Because it fits the curve perfectly and we are fighting for like card advantage. So the wording is absolutely perfect. Do you think they have Deadly Cover-Up? Definitely feels like a possibility. And they have 6 for evidence? No, they have 5 exactly. This one counts as 1. So they cannot get rid of the Slasher fully. I will be risky here. I want to put as much pressure as possible. If they have Deadly Cover-Up, that's the biggest weakness of our play. So it's like perfect for our opponent. They play the Tapland, so already cannot be the case. And even though they answered the annoying Slasher, I mean, you see the rest. The rest won't get better for our opponent. And then we go into burn. I think they are done. And I could just double warp. Okay, I'm double warping. This is just so good, man. The amount of damage you get from this is insane. Like, it was exactly 14 damage, man. Without warp, we wouldn't be able to make, such a play. Right, I think we can work with it. A little bit wonky, but we'll make it work. Let's go, Cecil. You have a lot of work to do. As usual, like, this card is always just heavy lifting in every matchup. Of course, we want to fix our mana. That's probably the most important thing. And we kinda did? Kinda? I think we will play this. Which means we swing. They probably will pump it, but if we could get to Hellkite, that would be absolutely amazing for us. Let's go. The Saga Knight. I'm not saying its name. It's just a Saga Knight at this point. We have a basic land with this one, so this is nice. This is a nice hit. All right, let's see what the play is. So this will be like Tersa, probably Oculus, Vivi. We will see. But this is good. That means we can go for the Hellkite on this turn, which is absolutely massive. It's only warp, but it's good enough. And this one damage is so huge. And they cannot put the counter because there's nothing in the graveyard, so they just lost everything, man. This will be a massive hit. Not enough to close the game yet, but that's a powerful hit. And we can start getting hasters on the next turn, right? We'll still get the chapter 3, I believe. At least for one creature. Alright, and the Hellkite is for future. We need to be super aggressive. Whatever this deck will do, it will hurt, it will be painful, and they will have insanely huge board with flying, tons of stats, like abilities, like they will have everything. So we need to close the game, preferably in like next 2 turns. I'm not sure how we will do it. They know about Hellkite, so that's something we need to also keep in mind. It will never surprise them. Alright, and it's a 3-3. Saboteur... Oh, wait. Saboteur is kinda nice here. Okay, we play Verge. We have basic, so it will be always the best land. And the next creature can swing immediately, so we can deal 4 damage. And we are not dead on the next turn, probably. We don't have a lizard. I could play this, and then we get damage. I think it's Saboteur. This one counter shouldn't matter too much. And this has to be first because we want the haste. Of course, that's huge. Not lizard. It has to be lizard. Just making sure. Aren't you like a lizard overlord? Like, okay. Maybe not. So we swing here. We see what the decision is. Don't forget the Death Toucher traits, and they cannot block the Saboteur because of the Menace. So that's kinda massive. And we go for the Mentor, then this might be a surprise, and of course there's Hellkite. But we can go... No, we cannot warp again. That would be nice, because I could combine it with the Claw. Alright, let's see. I hope we got them. Saboteur will be a huge problem, just because it soaks so many blockers. Like, even if they have stats to block, they still need, like, multiple creatures. Unless they go for some crazy combo. I'm not sure if that's a Vivi deck. Usually you don't have, like, Vivi in this version, I think. It's, like, just Tersa, Oculus, but I'm not sure. It could be everything. They have 2 mana, so there's something. They probably are preparing for the Hellkite, to be absolutely honest. So... they have to block the Saboteur. It could also be a removal. Okay, so what is the block? They probably want to kill this, then block this and this. Then they lose one of those creatures and we lose basically everything. That's probably their play. I think Hellkite is good. It's really expensive. What happens if they counter? I mean, we win the game. The point is that we can try to pressure this 2 mana. I hope it's one different play. We can deal 2 damage here. I think that will matter more. They will get the counter, don't forget. So they have nice blocks. Maybe we go for this so they can block the Hellkite easily. Let's go like this. This will be a very close game. They get one counter from Saboteur and they can get another counter from the Cardon. So it's all about this card. How do we want to do it? I think I pump the Fear, because there's nothing that they can block with one more counter here. All right, and this is the moment of truth. We're kind out of gas, not gonna lie. So let's see how many plays they have. If they have 2 1-mana plays, I think they will win. If that's 1, there is good chance we can win this. Saboteur. Alright. It is a 1-mana play. So far amazing. Let's see what the last card is. They can trade against the Hellkite, but they're losing the Scholar. Oh my god, this actually was 2 different 1-mana plays. Like, I said it, but I didn't think they actually have it. That's not amazing. Can they kill us? They're calculating Leafa right now. Because they're only taking 2 damage. They're not dead, and they can counterattack with Fear of Missing Out. That's kinda game. Unless they block like this? Wait. Is this a good block? This alone? Wait, we go to 7. I mean, we might be dead, but on board we are not dead, I believe. And this is a tap land, which means Sanctuary cannot be activated. 1 counter here. So if we draw right, I mean, we have the Hellkite actually. But this one has Vigilance, of course. We have draws that win, like Burst Lightning from the top, and we just win. Then we are literally at 1. This could not be a closer game. Guys, let's be good at Magic, draw Burst Lightning like a boss, and just win the game. Well, that's not it. Can I win with this? I need a flyer to block. So I can play the Hellkite, but that's it. Oh man, if I had something that gets haste, I could attack with Claw maybe and do some magic. No. I think we are done. This is exactly not enough. If I play the Hellkite, then they activate Sanctuary and kill us with Sanctuary. If I play Acolyte, they just go by air. If I spam the board, yeah, it's not enough. I can warp, attack. We still die. Yeah. No chance to get this one. I believe we have no outs, but that was a really close game. I hope you enjoyed this one. Alright, our opponent is going first. I mean, we don't have removal. That's the big if that I have about this draw, but hopefully we can draw something. Slasher is a bit of a removal. Man, this hand is so slow. We are in some serious troubles. I think we'll use Saboteur to block. I think we'll have to be defensive here, because our opponent has basically like 2 turns like head start, and we need to survive somehow, and we have tons of cards. Let's go Saboteur. The fact that it can block is so massive. Like, it can just trade against like 3 and 4 drop sometimes, because, you know, 4 power is basically like vanilla 4 drop. So I will absolutely just trade here. Slick Shot. I don't have room. I think it's the best play, man. Like, honestly. Like, we need to stop the bleeding, because the early game is really rough, and we need to attack. So this has to be for later. Let's go Slasher. Slasher is a great like brick, and also it can raise. And second Slasher can defend us, while this one deals tons of damage. Like, this might be our way to reverse the game, because so far we are on the back foot from... Oh my... I'm dead on the next turn. Oh, I don't... Can I just leave the game and not see the next turn? Because I know that the damage will go really down during the next turn. So I could get a Saboteur with Alesha. I think I keep this for the finisher. So we hit, they're at 9. We can get 2... I think it's Alesha. I think it's good enough. Or the Mentor into Saboteur, and this could give us another card. But it's not as high statted. This will be a 3-3 when we attack. It has First Strike, so it can also defend a little bit. Yeah, I think Saboteur is good. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Man, this will be rough, but I think this is the play. Oh boy, the next turn will be memorable. Don't forget we're on the draw and we have very slow start without Burst Lightning and without any removal, so we need to tank all of this. I think with double Sleek Shot there's not much you can do. Like, you need removal. You need removal. That's like, the Sleek Shot is like the only remaining card, maybe with Challenger, like from the previous Mono Red era that just kills you on turn 3. Like, it's just Sleek Shot right now. But it's not enough damage yet, they need something more. Bear. Ooh, they started to respect the creatures. Alright, I'll take it. We're not dead yet. Oh man, can we? I think we can. Okay, I'm just going for it, man. Warp. Let's not make a mistake here. And let's swing. Damage. Whatever. Here. And if we had... Okay, whatever. Let's go. Oh, that's it. And we still had Burst Lightning for more damage. Okay, I'll take it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a very different style than usually on the channel, but I wanted to mix it up, and Rakdos has some really nice synergies. Like, you can literally get a hasted slasher in this build. You can either go into this strategy more. Hellkite absolutely performing. You have seen this card just does so much. I mean, like, so much. And the ping of 1 damage helps very often to just kill the blocker. With like Dimir being so popular, those sirens are not safe. And to be honest, probably one of the biggest heroes is the Saboteur. This is probably the deck where Saboteur shined the most out of all of them. Like, the fact that it's a 4-1, so cheap. You don't even have like multicolor, it's just 1 black and 1 color, so it's actually kinda easy to cast. And this wording completely destroys, especially if you add Mentors and Hellkites, which basically are a bit of a 2-for-1, right? Because you can hit for 4 and then cast it again as a dragon. So you have a way to just outvalue your opponent sometimes, especially decks with lower value, like I guess Dimir midrange. If they don't get their Kite or Curiosity, you can just trade card for card and win the game. And with Acolyte you can get both the lifelink, robots tokens, but most of all card advantage, and those creatures love attacking. You even have lifelink here, so the deck has way more options than the normal aggro deck. You can take it in any direction. You can go with more of those and slashers for hasted, you know, half-life total damage. You can go into Alesha more and start getting, you know, 2-for-1s every turn. Like, you have a lot of options. You can go for sheriffs, shoot the sheriffs, or just lightning strikes for burn damage, or more shoot the sheriffs and trajectories just to fight creatures. But I think for this deck you kinda want to hit face, so for me this one worked the best. We managed to rank up a little bit. I hope you had a lot of fun. This was pretty action packed and a lot of new cards, so I enjoyed it. I hope it will be the same for you, and of course thank you to all the patrons that were kind enough so we can make those videos and enjoy those new decks. Thank you guys so much, and see you tomorrow. With